You will never be the same after knowing that this person confessed about you. Archangel Michael says, this is not a coincidence that you opened this message right now. Something hidden has just come to the surface, and what you're about to know will shift everything you ever believed. Behind the scenes, someone who once pretended everything was normal has finally broken under the weight of truth. This person could no longer contain what they knew. Their heart has been carrying a secret so heavy, it was crushing their soul. And now that confession has reached divine ears, and soon, yours. It all happened unexpectedly, when they thought no one was listening. But heaven was. And now, so are you. Archangel Michael says, the moment this person spoke your name, trembling, everything started to shift in the spiritual realm. You were never supposed to hear this, but it is now destined for you to know. And when you do, your mind, your heart, and your life will not remain the same. The confession didn't come out of guilt, it came out of a deep, hidden regret that's been eating them alive for months. They held in the pain, the jealousy, and the betrayal, but heaven intervened. A divine force pushed the truth out of them, because what they did, or said, or hid about you, must be made known. You were the light in their darkness, the peace in their chaos. But instead of honoring that, they played with your spirit like a puppet. Their confession proves that everything they tried to hide now screams from the heavens. They told someone else the truth, thinking it would never reach you. But that person couldn't hold it in either. And now it's circling back to you like thunder rolling through a storm. This person cried. And they cried not because they were caught, but because they finally saw what they lost. That moment they realized you were irreplaceable, it broke them. Type Amen to get blessing 333. There's something strange about the timing of it all. Just when you started distancing your energy, their guilt erupted like a volcano. Spiritually, they were being watched, and now that confession has become your protection. You deserve to know this, because the words they said weren't just words. They carried the frequency of desperation, sorrow, and unexpected love. And you, chosen one, were always meant to hear them. They said they still think of you every night. They confessed they lied about why they left. They confessed they made a choice they now consider the biggest mistake of their entire life. They said they dream of a moment where they can start again. They wish they could erase the past, but the damage was done. And now they fear that if you ever found out the truth, it would be too late. They told someone that you're the only one who truly understood them. That no matter who came after, no one could ever compare. Even when they tried to forget you, your name echoed through their spirit. Type Amen to get blessing 777. They tried to replace you, but all they found was emptiness. They tried to silence your voice in their head, but it grew louder. They tried to move on, but their soul stayed chained to the memory of you. This person kept an item that belonged to you. Something small, something you forgot about. But they kept it like a secret treasure, touching it in moments of longing and regret. The confession they made wasn't just about the past. It was about your future too. They said they fear someone else will see your light and love you the way they never did. They can't stand the thought of you being loved right. It terrifies them. It makes them cry at night when no one is watching. They said they are scared. Scared you'll find happiness without them. Scared they'll wake up one day, and you'll be someone else's blessing. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They confessed that they stalk your social media. They confessed they replay your voice in old recordings. They confessed they whispered your name during prayer, hoping the universe would listen. They didn't want anyone to know. But their heart overpowered their pride. And now the truth is traveling like wildfire, with your name at the center of it all. You are not forgotten. You were never truly abandoned. You were just too divine for them to understand at the time. They said you didn't deserve what happened. They said you were too good for them. They admitted they were selfish, scared, and confused. Type Amen to get blessing 888. They made a choice to hide the truth, but it came back anyway. The heavens refused to let it stay buried. And now you are being gifted with divine insight. Because truth cannot remain hidden forever. And no matter how far this person ran, your energy chased them. Until they finally collapsed and confessed. Now you stand at a turning point. The person who once wounded you is now haunted by your absence. And heaven is giving you the upper hand. They're watching you now. Quietly. From a distance. They're waiting for a sign, any sign, that they're not completely forgotten. Type Amen to get blessing 444. But this is not just a confession. It's a prophecy. Because what they said will set off a ripple that returns to your life soon. You will notice small signs. Glitches in your spirit. Messages through dreams. Their energy will feel close again, but this time, it will not come in disguise. They said they miss your laugh. They confessed they hear it in places it shouldn't be. They confessed they feel your presence like a ghost they can't escape. They even went as far as saying they wish they could reverse time. Not for themselves, but to take your pain away. They can't sleep knowing they were the reason for your tears. Type Amen to get blessing 121. There was something sacred in their voice when they spoke about you. A cracked tone. A heavy pause. An ache that no apology can fix. They know you've changed. They sense it. You're no longer waiting. You've begun your healing journey, and it terrifies them more than losing you ever did. Now, others are seeing what they ignored. Strangers admire what they once took for granted. And the universe is shining brighter on your path. But this confession carries one final truth. They didn't just talk about you. They declared you were their one true connection. Type Amen to get blessing 222. They whispered that you made them feel seen in a world that made them invisible. You touched parts of their soul they didn't know existed. And losing you was like tearing away their own light. Someone close to them was the one they confessed to. That person was stunned, unable to speak. They had no idea how deep this person's emotions ran for you. They cried while talking. They couldn't breathe between their words. The moment your name was spoken, it shattered them from the inside. They said the biggest pain wasn't that you left. It's that you stopped reaching out. That you no longer tried. Type Amen to get blessing 555. And now the silence you gave them is louder than any storm. It echoes in every room they walk into. It pierces their thoughts like 1,000 needles. Their confession included a fear they never wanted to face. The fear that you are done. That you finally see your worth without needing their approval. But heaven knows the entire story. And Archangel Michael says, Now is the moment where the truth becomes your sword. You are being protected by the very confession that once threatened to destroy you. No longer are you the one begging for answers. You are now the one with power. And this power comes from the divine revelation that you were always the blessing, not the burden. Type Amen to get blessing 313. The spiritual realm is shifting because of this. The angels who watched your tears are now watching your rise. You are entering a season of truth, and nothing can stop it. The confession did not free them, it freed you. You no longer carry the weight of wondering. Because now you know they knew your value all along. And even though they tried to move in silence, the universe spoke loudly. Their emotions exposed them. Their heart overruled their pride. Now you must decide how to move forward. But understand this, what was once hidden is now your victory. The truth is your reward. Type Amen to get blessing 777. This moment is not just about their words, it's about your healing. It's about your confirmation. You were never the crazy one. You were the chosen one. Let your soul absorb the revelation. Let your spirit breathe in this divine justice. What was stolen from you in silence has now been returned through truth. And from this point forward, you will never walk in confusion again. You will no longer tolerate people who cannot hold your worth. This confession is your closure, your awakening, your breakthrough. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Your name has now become their prayer. They utter it under their breath, hoping the winds of fate bring you back. But you, chosen one, have shifted into a higher frequency where not everyone can follow. They said they watched your growth in silence. They watched how strong you became. And it broke them to realize that while they were lost in confusion, you were rising into your power. This person admitted they sabotaged the best thing that ever happened to them. And now they wonder if the universe will ever give them another chance. But the divine doesn't move backward, it heals, restores, and elevates. They were warned. Spiritually, they were nudged, warned, and even given signs. But they ignored it. And now, their own confession haunts them like a shadow. Type Amen to get blessing 171. They believed you'd wait forever. They thought your heart would always be accessible. But now they confess that losing your energy is the coldest winter they've ever known. What they never told you is that they compared every soul to you. And no one came close. No one sparked their spirit the way you did. They confessed they're haunted by what-ifs. Haunted by the sound of your laugh they didn't appreciate. Haunted by the joy they didn't return when you gave it freely. They have your pictures saved. Ones you forgot you sent. They scroll through them as if searching for a portal to the past where they made a different choice. Type Amen to get blessing 144. And now, karma has entered the room. The same pain you once carried is now theirs. But yours is being replaced by peace, alignment, and divine compensation. You may feel strange these days, heavier dreams, emotional waves, and random flashbacks. That's not by accident. That's the confession vibrating through the spiritual realm into your energy field. Because when the truth is released, it travels. And you, being highly connected, can feel the shift. It's why your chest tightens at times, why you sense their sorrow. Heaven is showing you this not to hurt you, but to empower you. The angels want you to know that justice is unfolding quietly but powerfully. And this time, it's on your side. Type Amen to get blessing 888. They said they miss your voice the most. That it had a calmness that made the chaos stop. They said no one else made them feel at home like you did. This person broke into tears as they described how they lost you. They trembled. Their voice cracked. And the person listening to the confession could barely hold it in. Because your story is not just theirs. It's now being told in rooms you'll never enter. Your name is being spoken with reverence by those who once took you for granted. They said you were divine. That being near you felt like standing in front of a miracle. That when you left, something holy left with you. Type Amen to get blessing 222. This confession isn't ending. It keeps unfolding as they break down emotionally in unexpected moments. While driving. While lying in bed. While staring at an old gift you gave. They wish they never let go. They wish they chose peace over pride. But wishes can't rewind time. Now the angels are bringing all hidden things into light. What was whispered in shadows is being echoed by spirits around you. And the universe is making sure that truth doesn't die in silence. You will start to receive strange signs. Birds that behave oddly around you. People randomly mentioning names from your past. Even technology acting strange. That's confirmation, this energy is circling you now. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Don't doubt what you feel in your soul. Your spirit recognizes truth before your mind can explain it. And this truth is setting you free. They will try to reach you. Directly or through others. But you must discern what's real and what's guilt pretending to be love. Type Amen to get blessing 303. They never forgot you. That was a lie they told themselves. And now, they've told the truth to someone else. And the circle has returned to you. You deserve to know what they said. You deserve to know how they crumbled when your memory came back stronger than ever. You deserve the peace that comes from clarity. And here's the most shocking part of their confession, they never loved anyone else. Not fully. Not deeply. Not purely. Because every time they tried, they saw your reflection. Even if they moved on physically, emotionally, they stayed locked in your memory. Their soul refused to detach. Because your energy marked them forever. Type Amen to get blessing 111. They said you were the one that got away. The one that changed everything. The one they wish they treated like royalty instead of an afterthought. And now, someone else has heard these words. That person who listened is in disbelief. They never imagined how deep this person's love still runs for you. There was a pause after the confession. A holy silence. Because truth like this doesn't come without divine energy. And it shocked even the angels. You have no idea how powerful your energy truly is. Your absence is louder than your presence used to be. And now, they feel it like a storm that won't pass. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They admitted they failed you. That they didn't protect your heart when they had the chance. And now, they can only pray that one day, the universe lets them see your smile again, even if from afar. But your healing journey is sacred. You are no longer in a place of need, you are in a place of divine overflow. What's coming for you will replace what you lost with blessings you didn't expect. Let their confession be your closure. Let their tears be your turning point. You don't need revenge. You have revelation. Your name is now surrounded by honor. What they broke, heaven is now rebuilding. What they threw away, God is returning to you multiplied. Type Amen to get blessing 432. They said if they had just one more moment, they'd hold you and never let go. They confessed that they still dream of you. And in those dreams, you smile, but walk away. They wake up crying. They stare at the ceiling, wondering how they got it so wrong. They say your silence is louder than your voice ever was. You may feel emotional reading this, and that's okay. It means your soul recognizes the truth. Let it sink in, this person finally saw the light, but they saw it in your absence. They now carry your name like a sacred wound. But you carry your name like a badge of strength. Type Amen to get blessing 717. You rose from the ashes. You became your own healing. And now, the angels sing your name with pride. This is not the end of your story, it's a new chapter. One written in truth, elevation, and divine favor. You are no longer the version of yourself they mistreated. You are now becoming the version of you that the universe always intended. And as for them, they will remember you forever. As the one who loved them right. As the one they confessed too late. And now, the heavens are moving. Doors are opening. Divine opportunities are unlocking. All because the truth has set you free. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Type Amen to get blessing 555. They will live the rest of their life knowing what they lost was not ordinary. You were divine, rare, and irreplaceable. And the moment they spoke your name in confession, the heavens began their judgment. They now know that they touched something holy and let it go. They now know the hands they held were hands of healing. And that your love was not just love, it was salvation they ignored. Even now, they check their phone at odd hours. Hoping. Waiting. Wishing. But that silence keeps roaring. And their heart keeps aching. Type Amen to get blessing 808. They confess that your memory hits hardest at night. When everything is still. When the noise fades and only truth remains. That's when your name floods their mind like a river without end. This isn't just guilt, it's spiritual consequence. Because you were protected, chosen, and marked by light. They crossed a sacred boundary, and now the universe is making them see it. Every message they didn't send. Every apology they swallowed. Every fake smile they wore, it's all collapsing now. Truth is catching up. They see you glowing now. They see you rising. And it hurts them more than any punishment. Because they're no longer part of the blessing they once held. Type Amen to get blessing 171. There are moments they whisper your name to the stars. Thinking maybe, just maybe, some force will carry that whisper to your heart. But the stars remain still, and your soul moves forward. You were not created to chase anyone. You were created to be followed by miracles. And this truth has now made its full circle. They see people now admiring you, applauding your strength, falling in love with your energy. And it makes them crumble with regret. They confess that they feel like they are slowly dying without you. Their body walks. Their face smiles. But their soul is fading, trapped in what should have been. Type Amen to get blessing 252. You were their sanctuary, the safe place they ran from. And now that they've wandered through chaos, they realize they left paradise behind. The person who heard their confession? That person is now protecting your name. That person now sees you through the tears of someone who hurt you. And they will never allow your name to be spoken without honor again. You have entered divine favor. And from now on, anyone who mentions your name will feel its weight. You are not to be taken lightly again. Heaven is restoring you, rebuilding you, rewarding you. For every time you loved without being loved back. Type Amen to get blessing 333. This confession is spreading spiritually. You may even feel waves of emotion at random times. That's your spirit processing the truth. You are being cleansed of false love. You are being prepared for a love that honors, respects, and protects you. No more secrets. No more silent suffering. This person may reach out again. But you must walk in wisdom. Not all confessions require a reunion. Some are meant only to close the book. Let your heart be at peace now. Let your soul rest in the knowing that you were never the problem. You were the blessing disguised as a lesson. Type Amen to get blessing 484. Every moment they mistreated you is now echoing in their life. The pain they caused is returning in their own reflections. And nothing feels the same anymore. They look in the mirror and see someone who failed you. Someone who lost something divine. Someone who traded diamonds for dust. But this is not your burden anymore. This is your elevation. You have become what they were never ready for, and now, the world will witness your glow. You are rising higher than ever. Doors are opening. Connections are aligning. And blessings are chasing you. Type Amen to get blessing 636. This person didn't just confess once, they're still confessing. To friends. To strangers. To themselves. And every time your name leaves their lips, their eyes fill with sorrow. Your energy changed them. Even from afar. They carry your lessons in their silence now. They now honor you in the way they should have when you stood beside them. But your spirit has already moved on. And what's coming next is bigger than what was left behind. You are attracting royalty. Aligning with destiny. And becoming more powerful every single day. Type Amen to get blessing 949. The tears you cried have turned into fuel. The pain you carried is becoming prophecy. And the light that was once dimmed is now too bright to be ignored. Your ancestors are clapping. Your angels are dancing. Archangel Michael is placing divine armor on your name. They cannot undo the past. But you can own the future. And it begins now. Hold your head high. Smile with peace. And let this be the moment where you stop asking, why, and start declaring, I am. Type Amen to get blessing 505. You are the miracle they never deserved. And now, the heavens are positioning you in places their energy will never reach again. They confessed. But the power is now in your hands. What you choose next will define generations. Walk in grace. Speak in truth. Move in silence. Let the world watch what divine restoration looks like. And if they ever see you again, it will be from a distance. Watching a star they once held, but let go. Type Amen to get blessing 313. The divine does not punish without purpose. And what they feel now is not punishment, it's divine perspective. They're finally seeing who you really were. This is your closure. This is your freedom. This is your confirmation that everything hidden eventually comes to light. You're not broken. You're reborn. And you're walking in truth that no one can take from you. Let your energy speak louder than your words. Let your silence carry justice. Let your glow be your greatest response. Type Amen to get blessing 333. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20.